Welcome back to Adventure Repeats. Glad to see you here. So today we're replacing the fuel injectors on this 2018 Polaris RZR. So we're running into misfire issues where it's really struggling at the higher RPMs, and you can feel it spitting and sputtering. And since it's not throwing any codes, that's fuel related, which means I've already replaced the fuel pump, and we're going to start with the injectors next because there was a lot of sand in the tank. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of sand and stuff like that in the injectors. So we're going to replace them, show you how to do it. It's a very simple process. It's pretty much straightforward on these. This is 2018 Turbo model, and it's going to be similar for all the other models as well. And there's simply 2 injectors, so it's a nice and easy process. So we'll show you how it's done. Start with hatch removal. Get that off the side. And the injector rail is actually right there with the injector, so it's still pretty easy to get to. First, we're going to start with disconnecting the pigtails. So press the clip inwards and you can pull this right off and out. So press inwards and pulls right off and out, just like that. So we get these out of the way, and we'll start getting the fuel rail out. If you have air, now's the time to blow around it. Try to get all the dirt out of the pockets. When we pull this injector out, no dirt gets in there or possibly gets in the seal area and things like that, so it doesn't seal. But or brake clean, whatever you can do, the best you can to get this cleaned up so it's nice and clean for when we put it back together. This next part's optional, where you've got your fuel line coming in right here to the rail. If you have a little extra room to work with to get this rail out, you can actually disconnect this and pull this off to the side, because we're going to disconnect the injectors anyways and fuel is going to come out. So that just gives you a little bit more room to get this rail up and sometimes tipped out of the way if you need to. Otherwise, if you are not too worried about space and trying to get this up in easy to access space, you have your fuel rail mount bolts right here, 8mm and 8mm right there. So those 2 bolts we're going to take out so we can pull this all out as one assembly. Now that we've got those 2 bolts out, we're going to make sure these are out of the way. And we'll try to do this one-handed and pull this old fuel rail out. Should just come right out. Just wiggle it back and forth. Slowly coming out. There it goes. It started moving on this side. That one came out. Now I gotta get this side. And we might have to put a little bit of a screwdriver underneath that to try to pop this out. But this one's sticking, or it just might take 2 hands. Yeah, it's going to take 2 hands to get that one because it's pretty stuck in there. But that's the process to getting out. This one you can see is out and free. So we just got to get the other side, and then we can get the injectors off the rail. And as you can see, these are now both out, nice and free in here to work with. So this one was definitely stuck. It took 2 hands because that was dry, and this has been in here for a long time. So now to go from here to get the injectors off, you take these clips and just push them out the back side. They only go in one way, so you push them out the back side. It usually takes 2 thumbs to do it. And once you pop that clip off, the injector will pop right out the end. Right out the back side. Just like that. And then rag, because we're going to get a little fuel loss. Get around the rail. And then come on. There we go. She was a booger stuck in there, but that's it. See the cup and the injector itself. A little dusty, a little dirty. It's been in there a while. We're going to do the other side too. That shows how you get done with one. Now that the injectors are out, now is the best time to do as much of the cleaning you can around each injector hole to make sure no mud gets trapped on the O-ring when you put it back together. Just be careful not to get as much as you can into the cylinder as possible. And if you get any gas in there, definitely give it time to dry out before we try to start this engine later. And that, injectors. This is the new injectors. I bought a brand new set of injectors instead of trying to clean them, because honestly the cost of a cleaning kit to start cleaning injectors is going to cost the same amount as injectors, and how often am I going to do it? And you still run the risk of it still needing injectors. So I just like to buy new injectors. It's done and it's over with. I don't have to think about it. So that's what they look like. This is the part number right here. I'll link in the description for that. Now the injector keeper tabs, these are a one-way style. So they only go on one way, and you can see there's a little nub right there at the bottom. That goes with, on the injector itself, there's actually a little pinhole on the very top on the bottom side to actually keep it aligned. That's an alignment hole. So when you put this on from the bottom side, you do it this way with the nub down. That goes up and holds up on that rail in that slot, and that injector aligns in that hole. So if that injector does not align in that hole, it will move around and wiggle and also have the chance of popping out. So that's how you know if your injector is fully seated and seated in the proper orientation. That is on that nub. Both of them have it. They're both equally the same. So for injectors, I always like to put a little bit of lubricant on the O-ring itself. Grease, oil, whatever. I just use a little bit of light grease because it sticks there a little bit longer. It doesn't dry out as quick. So I'm not under a time crunch, and sometimes oil will soak into that O-ring and actually make it expand. So grease tends to work for me, and that's how I like to do it. But there are many different options out there. I just would not put them in dry. Even WD-40 works out just fine. So we're going to reinstall these on the rail and then reinstall everything back into the holes. I want to try to give a better look at what we're looking at with injectors. So this is your O-ring groove, and then you got this little groove right here. You can see that that groove lines up with these little tabs on this clip. So you got to make sure that this fully lines up with those tabs for that to seat in there. So I want to show that a little clearer to know what kind of depth you're pushing in on this injector itself. Because those tabs can actually be in the wrong spot and won't actually seat on this properly. So you want to make sure that is in that groove with those little lock tabs. So this is pushed in too far where that groove is actually inside that cup, then you're too far. So you want to make sure you do that right, not over seat them in the pocket. In there, you still see the groove outside of it, and then clip comes in from the back side. It's not in the right spot, it will not just grab and lock in, so you gotta try to find the sweet spot. There it goes. And you can see from the top side, which may be hard to see on camera, but you can see that little lock tab is in that groove. So those are where it needs to be, and it's all the way up. So this is moving the tab back and forth. Same as this one, you can see where that clip is in the grooves of the injector. And that's in there, and now we can finally reseat these back in the hole. So take your time, make sure you don't get a bunch of dirt and stuff on the seals. If you need to re-clean them off, that's fine. And try to fit this back in the hole. A little bit of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It's easy to seat back in there. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And bolts will be the ones to hold them in place properly. And the camera obviously wiggle. So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Gets that back in there properly. Then we got the bolts that go back in here. Both sides. Once both bolts are tightened back up on each side, you just got to reconnect all the injector connectors, and obviously make sure the clip goes to the top side, and then seat it till it clips, and seat it till it clips, and you're good to go. And once everything's in and put back together, we just do a key up just to check to make sure there are no leaks, no leaking fuel from the O-rings up on the upper side of the rail or anywhere else, just in case. You can always run it a couple times just to make sure that nothing's dripping on there, but that's just a safety precaution. Usually everything's good, but we always like to double check it. So that's all it takes to replace the fuel injectors on these Polaris RZRs. This is 2018 model. I'll have all the links in the description for injectors, anything else you really need to know. It's a super simple process. The time-consuming part of it is really just finagling where they're at and trying to get them out and trying to stay as clean as possible, because this is they have valleys and things like that, just a lot of sand and dust and really get in there. Ours had a lot in there, so it took some time to get that all cleaned out as best as possible. So now I always like to let it sit overnight, so any fuel that may have spilled into the cylinders, things like that, has time to dry off, not to mention if there's any dirt or dust or debris, that has time to dry as well, so that way in the morning if I fire it up, it has the best chance of blowing that stuff out instead of having to get stuck in there and then scoring up walls, things like that, because dirt and dust does happen. There's nothing you can do about it, and unless you power wash everything intensely beforehand, which I don't really recommend around engines anyways, that's the only way to do it. We obviously blew air around it, but there was still there. It's just that hard, dry, dusty stuff. But it's a simple and easy process. We had to replace ours because in this actual screens themselves, they were just full of debris and sand, so there was nothing cleaning them. Hopefully you can like the video. Comment, tell us your things, tell us what you can hear about, and subscribe. We got a lot of great content coming, a lot of great content on the channel, so be sure to check it out. Remember to have a great adventure.